Hey guys, this is Trixie, and I am back with more fun and games tonight. And we are going to be starting off with a few games of Obsideo, and then we're going to work our way into some more Phasmophobia. So I'm really excited. I love these games. I love them so much. No day would be complete without playing at least a couple of these, whether I'm playing them on stream or off. So, yay! So here I am. I'm excited. And I've got my new, as I said the other day, my new uglies on screen, as my friend Bill calls them. So, thank you to Bill for my lovely Obsideo and Phasmophobia uglies. If you have not seen them yet, Bill did these for me, and he is wonderful. So welcome to Mr. Jin, Mr. Demon, and Mr. Chimera on the screen. So we'll see those once we get into the game. And then you'll see the ones on Phasmophobia when we get in there if you haven't seen those yet. I'm so excited. Yeah, that's the program for tonight. And then, just a few things. I see the notifications just went out, so that is good. We've got a couple things to go over before we get into the game. So, first things first, if you've been with me before, welcome back. Glad to have you with me tonight, and I thank you for your loyal support. And if you are new here, welcome to you as well. Glad to have you with me. And you're going to see in the bottom right hand corner of your screen that I have a followers goal. And I always like to have something to work towards. So that is a me goal, not a Twitch goal. And you can help me out with that. And the way you'd help me with that is by simply hitting that cute little heart button on your screen. Completely and totally free for you to do that, whether you're watching that live or you're watching this back on the VOD. Click that little button. If I'm live, we're going to have a big notification on the screen, and I will see that right now. If you hit that when I'm offline, I will get an email, and I'm using OBS to record other things. I will get notified there as well. So I thank you in advance if you support me with reaching that goal. Thank you. The other things you're going to see in the chat and in my profile are links for that, for the Discord, and for the YouTube page. The YouTube page, I have the same initial goal there as I had here, which was to reach 100. We are almost to 70. I think we're only like 1 or 2 away from hitting 70. I'd love to see that hit triple digits. I would be so excited to see that hit triple digits. That would be amazing. And how do I get there? Well, you know, the same thing. I need your support and I need your help to get there. So if you go watch any of the content on the YouTube page, there is a ton more Obsideo and Phasmophobia, both solo and group play over there. There's a ton of other games, some of which have never been streamed. Actually, most of which have never been streamed, that I simply record, edit, and put up on the YouTube page. So you know the old saying, like, comment, subscribe. If you hit that subscribe button, you're going to help contribute to reaching that 100 goal over on YouTube. So those are the 3 goals, things that I'm working on right now. All of them are completely free. If you can help me out with them, I would greatly appreciate it. And again, thank you in advance. Other than that, the last couple things I have for you before we start the game, on the right hand side of your screen, you're going to see a purple crown occasionally. That's just to remind you that if you have Amazon Prime, you can subscribe for free. And as a Twitch affiliate, I have the standard plans that are available across Twitch. If you'd like to become a member of the Trixie family, that would be amazing. So that being said, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into our first game of Obsideo. So let's get started. So I'm going to get into the game screen here. Post game. Alright, this game, if you've not seen it before, I always kind of preface this with a little bit of what it's about for people who've not seen it. So this game is very much in development, is the first sort of disclaimer. So they are working on this game, and you play as a priest. It's kind of similar to Phasmophobia. You are as a priest going in, you're looking for an entity or a ghost. You use tools like you would in Phasmophobia to locate that entity, and then you go all the way through an exorcism process trying to get rid of it. In Phasmophobia, I always kind of joke, at the end, we're like, okay, we found your demon, bye, have fun, good luck, we're out of here. In this one, we go through an exorcism and we try to get rid of the entity. So I think that's kind of cool. It's got a different feel to it. You have to use a lot of observation skills, and you see that through the game. But they are working on some of the things, and I always comment on certain aspects that I feel like they need to work on. And I'm not the only one who says these things. I've watched other streamers who have said the same things that I feel that would be helpful for them to work on in the game. So let's dive on in here. I'm now at level 40, and we're going to pick a contract. I'm picking to start off with some of the smaller houses. You can also play this in multiplayer mode. Sometimes I do play this with my friends on here. So we start in this room here. We have two tables. This is our equipment table and our exorcism table. So I grab a thermometer and an EMF, and your flashlight is always on board in this game. You don't have to worry about, should I drop my flashlight? Things like in Phasmophobia, you have to worry about, you always have your flashlight on. It is not a piece of equipment. Okay, it might be here, but I want to look around. I want to make sure we don't have any lower temperatures elsewhere. I don't think we will, though. Now, this game, again, you have to kind of be aware of what's going on around you, because these tools will only take you so far. Okay. Oh, TV's on. Alright, so we have a ghost that turns TV on and off, and writes in blood on the walls. Those are the kind of things that you need to look out for. Alright, so yeah, it is actually back in that room. My heart rate isn't super high. A heart rate in this game is a measure, it knocks paintings off the walls. Heart rate in this game is a measure of your sanity. Scared. It's scared. So I had 3 degrees in this room. I don't think, and the dino toy's in here. Alright, so I've never had it in this room before, I don't think. 3 degrees. And I gotta go outside and mark down some stuff. So let's go to the front door. If I can remember everything. Wow, another dino toy. Okay, let's come over here. So the only place that you're safe in this game is outside. So I used 2 tools. I did not get negative temperatures, and I did not get EMF. If I did get any of those, I would notate them here. I come over here. It moved the dino toy. It turned on and off, or on the not that thing. It turned on the TV. It knocked a painting off the wall. And we had, and you can also type in the search bar, blood writing on walls. But see, sometimes that will happen. And usually if I come out and then you have to figure out which one, if you have to take off the dino toy, it says it's an Oni. It's, again, it's game in development. Jason, you're making noise. If you want to make noise, check out the new sound effects. I had to wait for my heart rate to go down. It looks like 62 is the lowest on this one. I'm gotta use more tools in the game, and I'm gonna keep observing because there's more blood writing. I want to make sure. Okay, so if you see a knife on the floor, it's throws knives. If you see one in the wall, it stabs walls. So I come down here and say throws knives, and it probably is an Oni, but because I still have to use all the tools to get the evidence, luckily it is in this room right next door. Ah. No ghostwriting. No music box. Are you serious? It's not going to give me any evidence? That happens sometimes. Sometimes you get like minimal evidence. This is a radiation, and this is what they call a... Okay, so we have radiation. Alright, so we have radiation, and we have REM pod, and the stone one or the one with the green, I don't really care. I was just teasing you. Whenever you have radiation, you take the anti-radiation pills. That's part of the exorcism. Alright, so...
On the ceiling.
Oh.
Ella's here.
So it's got to be right here.
Look up.
When you get the spirit box and it talks, this doll is near you, and it's kind of hiding behind this plant. You need this, and you put it on the pile of stuff. Alright, what's my heart rate? Alright, I'm close to getting hunted, so I need to go outside. So I'm gonna cruise myself onto the front door. Alright, I am outside. Alright, spirit box. So we had no ghost writing, no music box, no freezing temps. And no EMF. So now we need to look for ghost orbs. It hasn't done anything new in the house since I went in. So I need to look and see what that's... Oh, that's what those links you sent me were. Okay.
Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle.
Then he waddled away, waddle, waddle. Alright, hi Bill. Alright, so we're at 62 again. And we're gonna go back in the house. And I have to walk around with this lovely camera. And it turns the TV on again. Let's turn that off. Wait a minute, it's not the TV, it's the radio. So it turns on radios. I don't see an orb in here. Sounds like it opened a door. Alright, let's check out. Hello. Let's check the door. Or the basement. Make sure the ghost... breaker's still off. No orb in the basement. Alright, let's check here. Hello? Alright, no orb in here. Not in there. Alright, that's our equipment room, so it closes doors. Oh. Not in here. And this is our room. So, if there's an orb, I didn't see it. What the? Alright, I thought I saw something on the floor. Alright, so according to... Okay, we need to go outside. I still haven't seen anything really different happening. See, that dino toy keeps being moved, but that's another thing. Like I said, they need to work on with this game. So it was opens and closes doors was on there for sure. Radio. And the only one that really, unless it's the duplicate throws dino toy, duplicate and throw dino toy, that must be the one. Okay. Because I was like, it definitely is doing something with the dino toy. Alright, so it says it's an Oni. So we'll go with Oni. Onis. Hello. Onis require crucifix and the possessed doll. So let's grab that. Alright. Possessed doll, crucifix. Let's get into the next room. He's scared. Alright. We took the anti-radiation pills, so let's look at the book now. Alright, go specific, done. Dolls in there. I took the pills. We need the statue of Jesus in there and the Bible. So statue of Jesus and the Bible. It didn't give us any other instructions. Alright. Statue of Jesus. Yep, that's an Oni, alright. The Oni's pretty cool, too. Look at his teeth. Those teeth are something else. They're like vampire fangs. I think he's one of the coolest ghosts in here, too. Entities. Sometimes I feel wrong saying ghost. I just feel like saying sometimes maybe entity is more appropriate. I don't know. Alright.
Alright, I'm on my way.
Alright, I'm on my way. Alright, it was an Oni. Nice. Hey, level 41. Woohoo. Alright. Select contract. I'm going to do that house again. I might, for the last game of Obsideo before I switch to Faz, do one of the harder houses. Just because it's bigger and doing them by myself. Yeah, the Oni is real. I think the Oni is really cool. Bert is funny. Just because, like I said, it's just a kid with a sheet over his head. And he's like a bloody sheet over his head. The Wraith is okay. I don't think he's as cool as Krampus or... Oh! Hello. We're in here again. 5. Where's the coldest spot? 4. 5. 4. 3. Okay. EMF. So we got EMF this time. Alright, that sounded like a creaking door. And sometimes when they're like this close, you get a lot of tools used, but no music box. No ghost writing. At least not yet. Sometimes it'll fill in while I'm gone. REM pod. No radiation. REM pod. None of those things. Oh, opens drawers. Heart rate is in the 90s, so we're gonna go outside. Hear a radio, maybe the TV. Look at the dino toys all the way out here. So no radiation, no writing, no music box, no freezing temps. I need to look for the spirit box and the orb after this. Got any crepes? Like you should change it. Well, I'm going to be playing Faz most of the night, so I usually start with that and just leave it on there because it won't let me change it later since I don't stop the stream. Like, I try changing it midstream and it doesn't really take. So, I usually put it on the one I'm going to be playing for 4-5 hours. And most people that haven't seen it, it's kind of like, oh, that's an interesting game. Let's see. Like, that has to be throw dino toy. How the hell else would I get that far out in the... Yuri? Shade or Yuri or Yuri? Oh, I'm not going to use the dino toy. Yeah, I've tried to do it in the past, and it doesn't let me do it that way. Like, I don't know why. I think it's kind of silly. In order to get it to actually change, I'd have to, like, stop the entire stream and restart it to get it to take the change. So I just go ahead and I put the primary game on, usually. Okay, it's got to be the duplicate and throw the dino toy then. It has to be. Dino toy is trickier than it ought to be. Alright, we're walking the house with spirit. It's turned on the radio or TV somewhere. Get out in here, huh? Check sanity. Another drawer. Someone really likes to open the drawers. Ow! That's stuck in the thing. Alright, doesn't look like this is gonna be spirit box. Nope, no spirit box. Alright, how is this? 83. Flashlight off, it's not in here. Now I'm looking for ghost orb. It's not gonna be in the equipment room. Yeah, I thought I saw something there. Not there. Not here. Check the basement with this now. Oh, not there. Not here. Not here. It's my heart rate. Let's step outside for a moment. Turn on the light. Alright, so it has to be the duplicate and throw. It has to be. And throw dino toy. And that says it's a Yuri. I mean, I'm still, as I'm looking for the orb, I'm going to pay attention for more evidence. It seems too easy. Watch for this to go down. Yeah, I usually do like 3 or 4 games of Obsideo and then I switch to Faz. And I either play Faz by myself or I play it with my friends. It just depends on the day and who's available. Okay. Let's continue the search for the orb, if there is one. If there is one, it'll look like a firefly. Alright. I've not been over the whole house. I do not see one. Shush. Alright. There's another one on somewhere, but I don't think with our evidence it's going to be a big deal. Alright. Let's see if this is right. It says it's a Yuri. Once you've clicked this button, you can't take it back. Ghost Wiki for a Yuri. Salt and possessed doll. Salt, possessed doll. I haven't had a Yuri in a while. Alright. Oh, there. He made a little appearance. Alright. Exorcism. Alright, so ghost specific items, check. Turn off the breaker, statue of Jesus and the Bible. Let's go check the breaker. I was just down there, but I want to make sure that every time I think that it's okay, sometimes the ghost will turn the breaker back on. This one, it doesn't matter if the breaker is still off. Sometimes it matters if radios and stuff are on. In this case, it's not part of the procedure, so I don't have to have them or off or candles lit or anything like that. So I have to put Jesus down and then the Bible. Oh no. Oh no, that's a shade. The ghost book lied to me. I might be dead. If I have the power with me, I might survive it. If it starts to flash red, I gotta get out of here. Oh, okay, I had enough power. I got the ghost wrong. But I had enough power to get rid of him.
Alright, I'm on my way.
So it's gonna say I won. Oh, that's too bad, Shy. Okay. It says I won because I had enough percentages to exorcise the ghost, which is good, but again, I could tell because the model of the ghost was a different one than a Yuri. It was a shade. So I knew as soon as I saw it that it was wrong. But again, it wasn't giving me a whole lot to work with, which could have been a shade, but then the book said Yuri. So I could have waited around. I could have let it see if there's more, but it's not like fast. It's not like I'm losing equipment if I get it wrong and stuff like that. If I die, it's like really, it's no big deal in this game. And it says holy water not in room, and ghost not guessed correctly. Well, we knew that part, and holy water was because that was part of the ghost specific items for the exorcism. But I had enough stuff right because this thing on this mode does things by percentages, so I had enough in percentages in my favor that it still exorcised the ghost and it didn't kill me, so it considers that I still had enough to win. I still find that weird. I'll take it. However, I didn't level up because it wasn't a perfect game, so I'll take it though. I didn't die. So I haven't really had to play where I've been hunted. We've been hunted in a couple of games, just that we did it on purpose. I'd like to get a ghost somewhere that's not in this room. Okay, it's somewhere else this time. Yay for somewhere else. Doll is not there. Maybe somewhere else though. Alright, excellent. I think this one might be at the other end of the house. Sounded like a door. Not here. Yay, it's gonna be at the far end of the house. Ooh, broken glass. Myth, as somebody I know who's in the chat says, 3 degrees. And the EMF is going off. So we have EMF, but not freezing temps. And we have 79 heart rate, so we can probably get 2 more tools out there. And we have broken glass. Alright, music box, book, run, run. Alright, this one's not doing a whole lot just yet. No ghost writing. Alright, we have music box. Alright, let's step outside. Alright. So we have music box. And we have smash those bottles. And I think it was opening and closing doors. But I'll keep an eye on that one. Walking on broken glass. Feels like I'm walking on broken glass. Alright, let's go get some more. Oh, here's our favorite. The ever annoying dino toy. Oh, gee. That sounded like the rocking chair. I think that was the rocking chair. Whatever it was, it ended quickly, but I think that one was the rocking chair. That was a different sound. Little engines. You're an enabler. Yes, yes you are. We have radiation. Little engines. Little engines. Radiation? Do we have a REM pod? Yes, yes we do. Radiation. REM pod. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. So what's the scenario? No, it's here we go, but you know. Okay. Sorry. I have moments. Alright. This.
I will catch you.
Oh, well.
Behind you.
We know what that means.
Look up. Kill.
Alright, it isn't there.
Behind you. It's over.
Behind me?
Ella's here.
Ella's here.
I'm watching.
You're watching? Alright, so it's not over here. And it's not over here.
It's over.
Oh, wait.
Behind you. God is dead. On the ceiling. God is dead. Ella's here.
What?
I'm watching. Behind you. It's over. Ella's here. I'm watching.
It is in here.
Miserable.
Alright, so we have spirit box. I just happen to know that's a spot that sometimes it is. But that is an awful long way for that to be 102. 102. Bye. 102. Nope, 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 nope. Let's see if it starts. No? Not flashing? Okay. So, I don't know which, dino toy one that is. I kind of feel like that's just the regular dino toy, and I think it was Rock's the rocking chair that I heard. And Bert's on the list, but Bert is way obvious. I mean, if you start getting pumpkins all over the place, you know you have got Bert. Or piles of pumpkin seeds. While this is going down, I'm grab a sip of my drink. Alright, now we gotta walk the house and look for the Orby Orb. Ooh, tea kettle. Alright, there's no orb down here. Yep, there's the rocking chair again. That's definitely the rocking chair. Check the basement. No orb in the basement. No orb there. No orb here. Ah! No orb in here. Alright. I do not see an orb anywhere in this house. Blood writing. Oh! Blood writing drawers, pentagrams. Got it. What's that? Stabs walls. Okay, that was a lot all of a sudden. Blood writing. Pentagram on floor. Stabs walls. That says it's a chimera. Alright. Chimera. So we didn't find an orb. We didn't have ghost writing or freezing temps. So for a chimera, we need a crucifix and holy water. So let's go get those. Rawr. Crucifix, holy water, obnoxious alarm clock. Crucifix, holy water. Obnoxious alarm clock. Turns on lights. Thank you for the light. That was very helpful of you.
Looks like someone's mad.
Yeah, looks like someone's mad. Oh look, he's turning on all the lights for me. Huh? What a polite ghost. Hopelessness. Hopelessness? Oh no. Oh no, hopelessness. Well, we're gonna help you out with your little hopelessness problem, dude. Alright. So we've got his specific items. Breaker off, the doll's there, radiation pills, Jesus, radio's off, and the Bible. Jesus, Bible. We have to check for radio's off. It's quiet down here. There's our chimera. Nasty. He's nasty. Look at him. You need to go away. Leave these poor people alone. They want their house back. You're nasty. Ha ha ha. Bye. Did it. We did it. We did it. Woohoo. Alright. That's what I'm talking about.
Alright, I'm on my way.
Cute puppy kitty. Little anime girl. Sort of. The breaker was on. I forgot to go check the breaker. That stupid chimera turned the breaker on. I forgot to check the breaker. I went down and I looked to check the radio was on. I didn't go look at the breaker on the wall. Breaker, breaker on the wall. Did the ghost touch you at all? Well, it was turning on all the lights. I should have known. That was my bad. But I still won. And I got the ghost right. And it let me level up after all. Stupid ghost. Alright. Probably have one or two more at most, and then we'll switch to files. Let's do this house. This house is really small. This is smaller than the other one.
Radio me and when you want to leave.
So we got a thermometer, EMF. Oh, so it's gonna be freezing for sure. It was already cold. Oop, we passed it. Not here. Master bedroom. No? Kitchen? Yep. Freezing and EMF. Okay. Music box. Ghostwriting book. I haven't gotten ghostwriting yet tonight. Music box. Oh, ghostwriting. I'm lost. Can you help me? I guess it felt bad for me that I was just saying I hadn't. Well, there's our evidence right there. Smashes bottles. Alright, what's my heart rate? Alright, we got time to get like 2 things, then we gotta go outside. Oh, we have radiation. REM pod? Radiation and REM pod. And alarm clocks. Alright. We've got radiation and REM pod. Wow, would that be fun? Something if we check these and we have all of them. We have... Hello, where are you? Rings, alarm clocks. Okay. Oh my gosh, have you, Bill? Alright, so the lowest one on this one is apparently going to be 65 for my heart rate / sanity. Alright, so now we have to go back in. We have to observe what in the heck is going on around us. And we have to use the last... When you see a book, not like that. When you see a book like this, that's knocks books off shelves. Alright, that's the one in the basement. And it is on the end of the shelf. They hide it really well. So it's obnoxiously going off until you figure out where the heck that one is. Alright. We've got spirit box and the camera. So let's do this first. Let's walk through here. Now this is different. Ooh, pentagram. And it broke plates. Pentagram and plates. PP. Sounds terrible, but pentagram, plates. And the books. Alright, I'm gonna just step outside really quick so I don't forget that. I always turn this off when I'm outside because it's obnoxious. So we have pentagram on floor. Plates. Oh my gosh, see, this is why I came outside. Pentagram on floor. And plates. And there was one other one. Oh, my memory sucks. Okay, we're down to demon and chimera. Yeah, I took a good nap because I can't stream in the evenings with my migraines if I haven't. Oh, it was Knox Books off shelf. It wasn't one of the ones. Anyway, if you see the books up and down, vertically standing on the floor next to a bookshelf, that's Knox Books off shelf. If you see them like laying down, that is just an artistic thing in the game. So this is saying it's a demon, but I want to see more stuff. Oh my gosh, you definitely need more migraine or different migraine medicine. It took me forever. Oh, and throws knives. Says Dr. Trixie, right? This is not professional medical advice. See your doctor. That's my disclaimer. I've never had the doll be down here. Alright, I'll check that one bedroom and then... Okay, so I did leave off one evidence. Alright, so no spirit box. We're at 81. Not there. Alright, let's come down here. Check the basement again. I don't see anything glowy orby down there. Nothing in there. So help if I could get myself out of this room. Not get... Oh, geez, Louise. Alright, let's look in this room. Turn the television on. Alright. Alright, I did not see an orb anywhere in that house. Oh, cool. No fast tonight? So we have no spirit box, no ghost orb. We had... turns on and off TV. Busy being a farmer. Yes, being a farmer is pretty... Oh, well, turns on and off lights. Oh, it throws knives. That was the other one. Throws knives. And we need to... Oh, now I turned it off. Lovely. It's still saying demon. Everything I put in is still saying demon. We have no bananas today. I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Diddly diddly, there they are, standing in a row. Big ones, tall ones, some as big as your head. I love it. Okay, so let's see. We've got that. Heart rate is down, so this says it is a demon. So we're going to go with a demon. It's the weirdest demon I've ever seen. I've not had one that didn't do the graves and all that other stuff, but hey, that's what it says it is. That's what it says it is. Yes, we have no bananas. So for demon, we need the crucifix and the candle. So let's go do that. Crucifix, candle. Like, why am I going there? Oh, and we need to burn the book. We need to turn on some candles. Okay. So we put the ghost specific items in there. Breaker to do that. I'm gonna take my radiation pills. Alright. Jesus, I burned the book, the radio's off, I lit the candles. So Jesus and the breaker, let's do that next. Oh my god! See, that's what happens when you pick the ghost and then when it does make appearances, it shows up as itself instead of just a shadow figure. Alright, breaker is currently off. And that appearance is based on what you picked, not what it actually is, if you got it wrong. Radiation pills, Jesus. I burned the book. I gotta check the radios, the candles. So I just need to walk around with the Bible and listen for radios. Okay. I don't hear any radios. I only hear the fire crackling. Alright, let's try it. There he is. He's the one. He's an ugly one. Of course, they're all uglies. I'm Harry the Eighth. I am. I always worry when they... Oh, shit! Run. Gary, save me.
All right, I'm on my way.
I'm on my way. Save me. The breaker was... I just checked the breaker. The breaker was off. The breaker was off. He turned it on after I checked it. I'm demon. Evil. Oh my gosh. Damn him. Oh my god. What do you expect from a demon? Oh my goodness. Alright. I'm gonna change over and play a couple games of Phasmo. 8675309. Oh my gosh. Yes, you definitely are an enabler. Alright. So I'm gonna change over from Phas. Or from this and play a couple games of Phas. Let me disconnect this. We have to have the screen here. Alright, so I'm evil. Alright, it's gonna go black while I change this.